money, time ticking, my time ticking. I ain't even had fries with the Popeye chicken. I ain't even had sides. I was high five licking at the crib on the couch with the Wi-Fi tripping.
What up, what up? It's your boy Marcel Hall. Thank you for listening to the Hallway Podcast. As usual, we talk about sports, hip-hop, life, kingdom, you name it. Whatever's going on in the news, we talk about it. We're going to start off here today with our segment, Sprinkle Me.
Sprinkle me, man, sprinkle me, man, sprinkle me, man, sprinkle me, man.
On this segment, Sprinkle Me, we like to share some wisdom. We like to sprinkle you with some wisdom, with some game that has been shared with me. And so we're going to do that right now. Let me set this up this way. Me and my wife were looking at some ads in a newspaper or something. I'm not even quite sure. Maybe it was on the internet. And an ad came up for a face mask. You know, the face mask that we're wearing now with the quarantine. And an ad came up saying that we have them. And it said something along the lines of we have new or more styles. New or more styles for the face mask? For the quarantine COVID-19 face mask? We have styles for that? Are you serious? I mean, that was laughable. Styles? These are masks. Okay? So let me sprinkle everyone out there with a little bit of wisdom. Here it is. A mask is a mask.
That's right.
Okay? A mask is a mask. There's no styling to these masks. Okay? You can't style these. You can't finesse these. You can't style the COVID-19 face mask. Okay? Let me just help you out. Brothers and sisters, men and women out there. You can't look cute in a face mask.
That's right.
Sorry to break that to you. You don't look cute in the face mask. You can't.
That's right.
Now, I appreciate the effort. I really do. I appreciate your heart. I'm a man who takes pride in his appearance, and I appreciate that. But this is outrageous. You can't style the face mask. You can't. You want to know why? Because it's a face mask. There's no models for the face mask. You can't have eye models for your face mask. No models, not Tyson, not Cindy Crawford, whoever else you got, Tyra Banks. These models can't make face masks look better. Zoolander and Blue Steel won't enhance the look. Okay? A mask is a mask. Even if it were a Gucci mask, it's still a mask.
That's right.
If anything, I think it might make you look crazier by trying to style the mask. It doesn't matter if it has a G on there, if it's Gucci, if it's Prada, it's a mask. Now, I know there's already probably a whole bunch of people trying to make this fashionable. And if not, by the time that this episode drops, I'm sure there's going to be more people who are going to try to make these fashionable. And I get it. I understand. No, I don't understand. And that's why I'm sprinkling you with this wisdom here. Because here's the thing. If you put a Nike check or it has a Marc Jacob tag on the inside of the mask, that doesn't make the mask any cooler. Doesn't make it any better. Doesn't make it any fresher. Doesn't make it any flyer. Okay? You could put polka dots on there, stripes, the Burberry design. That still will not upgrade the face mask. It won't. It doesn't matter. Okay? It doesn't look cute. So here's again a word to the wise. Don't try to style your face mask. Just go outside the house, take care of business, go to the grocery store, do what you need to do. Go ahead, get your little plain mask. But when you try to style the mask, it's not going to work. Because think about this. You never thought that it looked cute for a doctor or a dentist when they're wearing their face mask, did you? You never looked at it and said, man, if they just made a Tommy Hilfiger version of your mask, Doc, you be in the game. You never thought that. Why? Because it's ridiculous. Don't try to style your face mask. Just get the basic one. Get whatever one you can. If you can get one, just get one, okay? But don't be out here trying to floss a mask that's a brand name, has some cool design. Don't try to do that. Don't try to do that. Because here's the thing. A mask is a mask.
That's right.
That's real. A mask is a mask. However, I would say this. If Polo makes a mask, I'm buying one.
That's right.
Y'all know me. I'm a Polo fiend. And if Polo makes a mask, you can go ahead and disregard everything I just said because I'm rocking the Little Pony. We're going to move on with our second segment for today's episode. And yes, you have two segments today. I usually only drop one, but since we were unable last week to give you an episode, we're giving you two for the price of one. I'm just showing love to the fans out there, showing love to the people. And this is a new segment. We're introducing a new segment here. Really excited about it. And it is called I Ain't Mad at Ya.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
I ain't mad at ya. Or, for my educators and teachers, I'm not mad at you. Because, again, I don't want you to be mad at me. All right? And so this segment is about compassion, extending mercy and grace to people, saying, look, I feel for you, or expressing appreciation for efforts. You might have had a good idea, but or a good heart, but a bad idea. And so that's what we're saying here. Look, I feel for you. I'm not mad at you. All right? I appreciate your efforts. And what sparked the idea for this new segment of ours was the ESPN NBA Horse Challenge. Did you guys watch this? This was where they had the NBA and WNBA players, former and current players, play a game, traditional game of horse. You know the game of horse, right? One person shoots, the next one after them has to shoot the same shot, and if they don't, they get a letter, and you play horse. I know you guys know horse. And so they had this NBA Horse Challenge. I'll confess, I watched it on Easter. I thought it was intriguing and terrible at the same time, and so did you. And in fact, apparently, I didn't even realize this, but a whole lot of people have had to express or have been expressing some opinions about the NBA Horse Challenge on ESPN. Again, I watched it. I was intrigued by the idea. However, as we watched it, it was not good. But what would you expect? It's a game of horse. So here's what I'm saying to ESPN. I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Okay? All right? I watched it. My wife was questioning, why are you watching this? However, all of us, we still end up watching the thing. We still end up watching it for several minutes. It was kind of like, it wasn't a guilty pleasure. It was more like an unpleasant pleasure. You know what I mean? It was intriguing because you wanted to know what was going to happen. However, at the same time, you thought, wow, this is not good TV. It's just not. And so I watched the first round, but I didn't watch any more. And I didn't watch another second of it since then. And so I guess I just found out that Mike Conley Jr. Won. But here's my thing. ESPN, I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad at you, okay? I am not mad at you for trying to provide some entertainment in the sports arena during these times. I am not mad at for your efforts and your heart to try to bring us something that wasn't a 1987 random football game between Oklahoma and Alabama, or a basketball game between Villanova and North Carolina. I'm not mad at you for trying to bring something to the table. Great heart, perhaps bad idea, but it was a great heart and an interesting idea. So I'm not mad at you. All right? It might not have been a great product, but here's the thing. To me, at least, it was comic relief. I thought there were some very funny moments from the little bit that I watched. Did you watch it? Because it was funny, at least the first round that I saw. There was if you would have saw, I mean, here was the thing. They had people playing in their homes. However, they weren't playing on an equal field. Okay, it wasn't an equal setup for everybody. Some of the players had legitimate courts, legitimate basketball courts, legitimate basketball court lines with legitimate measurements as far as out of bounds and free throws and 3-point shots. And you had others who were shooting on cement and chalk. Here, son, let's use your chalk to make this free throw line. Hey, let's use the same chalk that we use to create our Foursquare game. Yeah. Go ahead and curve that off. That's going to be the top of the key. That was hilarious to me. I mean, you had one person shooting from the grass, guessing the distances. I think this is a three-pointer from here. You had another person shooting inside a gym with stands, while the other person they're going up against is shooting from their backyard of their apartment complex. One of them looked like it was the projects almost. And so that wasn't fair, but that was hilarious to me. And I'm not clowning, but that was just comedy. And you know what? We need some comic relief right now. I mean, one person shooting, saying, hey, look, I'm going to shoot from the left side out of bounds baseline. And the other person is shooting from the dog's poop by the kids' playhouse. Stepping over kids' toys. Oops. I think this is about 25 feet. Your shot. Again, I'm not mad at you. I ain't mad at you one bit. And I will say this. I'm not mad at the ESPN host, Mark Jones. In fact, I feel for you, Mark. My heart goes out for you. You are the main source and inspiration for this new segment. Because you had a difficult job. Imagine being Mark Jones, the announcer for ESPN. He had a very challenging job here. And I feel for him. I felt for him. I still feel for him. He tried to make a game of horse engaging. Think about that for a second. He's trying to make this a real life engaging experience for the viewer at home. But it's not a game of 3-on-3. It's not the big three. It's not one-on-one. No, it's a game of horse. You can't make a game of horse entertaining on TV. You know why? Because it's horse. It's kind of like trying to style a face mask. You can't style a face mask, and you can't really make horse engaging on TV as well. But again, I ain't mad at you. And it was hilarious. Mark was asking questions about strategy and pressure for a game of horse. Brother, it's horse. There is no strategy. There is no game plan for horse. Everybody who's played a game of horse knows you are making it up as you go. You are freestyling. It's the basketball freestyle. You are going off the, you are flying off the top of your dome here. You are going just off the top of your head. There's no game plan. There's no strategy. You know when you playing horse, you say, look, bounce the ball twice, turn around, cough, and then shoot. And if you're playing at home, you might say, lift your leg up and eat a cracker and shoot underhand. There's no game plan. It's horse. There's no strategy. You don't come in thinking, here's what I'm going to do first. Here's how I'm going to set fear in the heart of my opponent from horse. There's no game plan. There's no strategy. There's nothing you do except for try to make shots and just create something. Put the ball through your leg, fall down, jump into the pool, and then get back and make a layup. That's all you're doing when you're playing a game of horse. I mean, it was hilarious. He's asking questions, though. Like, hey, what would you have done differently? What do you expect the answer to be to that? What would you have done differently in this game of horse? Make a shot? When did the game start to change? when I made shots and they didn't, brother, it's horse. But again, that was a tough spot to be in. I feel bad for Mark. I ain't mad at you, brother. I wouldn't have done any better. All right? I feel for you, and I appreciate your efforts. And in fact, I say let's go ahead and take up a collection. Let's buy Mark Jones and the rest of the ESPN crew some Armani face masks. I'm your boy, Marcel Hall. Tune into the next episode of the Hallway Podcast. It's official.